What's up, folks? Walt for Sci-Fi Writers playing old school D&D, and we have our usual round table of miscreants rounding us out and keeping us going. We have, starting from my right to my left, Bren Villanueva being played by Sparky. And Sparky has had a death in the family. He has had the loss of a beloved friend and pet of many years, as well as the death of the thing that kept the top of his lip warm.
Yes, well, actually, it was a business disagreement. It got too popular. It got kind of an ego thing going on. It wanted more money to appear on this. I'm like, hey, chill out. And, maybe in a few months we can renegotiate.
But is that really going to be a thing, or are you just gonna like recast the part of the mustache will be played by?
We'll have to find out. Agent to agent business.
Right on. We have Richardson being played by Jesse.
Hello.
We have J Mac playing Crowley.
How's it going?
I don't know. I haven't had enough caffeine yet. And speaking of caffeinated and motivated, we have Chaos Actual playing Rock Powers.
Speaking of beloved death, I took a little too much ivermectin just for fun this weekend, and an old Indian man told me to come into the light, and I did, and it was okay. He may have touched me in some inappropriate places.
Excellent. Well, when we last left our intrepid heroes, you guys had received a kind of like a mystic cell phone call from across the pond, and you were told about the Temple of Fallen Stars, where something called the Soul Stone could keep your forge from being ravaged by the ruin. You guys made your way across the lower part of the Shattered Sea, and managed to get a fairly uneventful trip until you landed on the island and were attacked by kind of like tribesmen of lizardmen. The draconian warriors tried their best to overtake you, but Chaos Actual put together a plan of walking artillery fire from the ship as you would shoot, move, and communicate. You then made your way toward the entrance of the city, at where you came to the gates of the aforementioned temple. So you just wandered in, managed to get through the gate. It's all kind of like broken, overgrown, very heavily wooded. You have to enter the interior. So, but this is the basic view of what you guys have going on, and you're starting down over here.
And interestingly enough, Ravaged by the Ruin is a forthcoming Wargate erotic novel set in Forgotten Ruin. It's the tale of a down-and-out E6 in a line company who ends up in a strange and fantastic world of succubi mind flayers, and all he's got is a pack of Lucky Strikes and a case of natural ice and his good intentions.
Oh my God!
Where do we pre-order that, Nick?
Yeah, because that's probably not going up on Amazon, is it?
Jason probably
Wargate
will have
After Dark.
a heart attack hearing me say
We're going to need a live action of that.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we can't do an anime of that because it would attract the wrong crowd. So tentacles, which is a frequent theme in this game. All right, so you guys just get past the gate, and so you have this road that's kind of going to your northwest. You have structures to the left and right of you that you can investigate. Where do you go from here?
I know I'm taking point.
Yeah, you're the GFC.
Once again, promoted beyond my ability. or his ability, my character's ability. I'm going to advance a little bit further to past, right about there. With my trusty 416 knockoff and hold position, see if I hear anything or detect any movement in and about.
I'll go next after him.
All right. Crowley and then Rock Powers in the rear.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. You guys, it's eerily quiet. No birds. No.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, no natural sound, no wind. Occasionally, you hear like the occasional rock falling or something like that, and kind of like going down. So, if everything holds to form, you have to enter in through right here. So that would be the main entrance that you guys could see from some of your reconnaissance. So you guys keep moving forward?
Yes.
Apparently, we're moving forward.
Are we still on the island that had that we kind of went underground and
Yes, and then you guys
killed the
came back.
floating thing?
Where's
Okay.
Birdman?
You don't know. You lost contact with him when you went on the ground.
Crap. There goes our aerial reconnaissance.
Well, he's not getting any more gems.
Yeah, screw him. Screw his feathery ass. Okay,
So-
well, cautiously advance.
Yep. So
Cautiously, come on.
as you guys are walking up, someone steps out from this area right here. She's wearing a red cloak, red face mask, leather armor, and she's carrying a scythe.
Somehow Rock Powers is in front of all of us now.
Captain,
I
you
was
want
going
to
to be all
interface?
mom.
What was that, Nick?
I was going to be all mom.
God.
Do I sound far away with my mic, or do I sound far away with my mic here?
The second one's better.
Yeah, the
Oh,
second
okay.
one's better.
Well, the snowball ain't cutting it, so let's get rid of that. Okay, here I am. Hi there. Turning to the music of Antonin Dvorak,
Wow.
Symphony in G minor.
It sounded almost like an NPR announcer there for a second.
Oh, I wish. I wish alternate reality me is an NPR announcer that's secretly red-pilled, but who's on a mission from the CIA to act woke and close liberal chicks like no tomorrow.
Oh my God.
We're not married, single white Medusa. This is alternate me. I'm the James Bond of NPR. Let me have my fantasies.
Oh my God. That was epic. So yeah, you have this person stepping out into the path with like a big sickle in her hand.
How's she holding it?
That's what she said.
She's
Already.
just leaning on it.
Well, I guess we hold position there and say,
I
goes there?
nudge the GFC and go out and say, well, why don't you go parlay?
well, I just asked her, who goes there? I'm not getting closer than I have to. If she shows aggression, I'm going to shoot her.
So she
I'm going to
walks
shoot her like Dr. Wong.
she walks up
Wrong game.
and what do you call it? Stops close enough to where she can talk to you, but not so close that she couldn't dart into some rubble for cover if she needed to.
Excellent.
She stops just ahead and she says, "Declare yourself and your intentions."
I like your Skype.
She says, "If this goes amicably, you may have it."
Oh, sweet.
I whisper to Crowley, don't screw this up.
We're buddies now. I'm already buddies with this chick.
I declare myself, I am Captain Brennan Villanueva, the ground force commander and captain of the Cyclops Horror. Who am I speaking
What
with?
captain? What?
Well, that promotion has gone way north.
I'm the day captain. I'm the captain when things are going with the other
Probationary captain.
Yeah,
Probationary
I'm the
captain.
Probationary captain.
Went from sergeant to lieutenant to captain.
She says, "My name is Kiala, and I speak for the Red Grove. What are you doing here?"
We are investigating these ruins.
We're not lost per se, but like
We're lost.
we don't know where we're at exactly.
Yeah, we're just having a look-see around, seeing the sights, taking in, meeting new people, exchanging culture, interfacing with new people.
Is this where we parked our car?
Oh my god. She oh wait a minute. We got a thing here because Leo
explosions.
Vicarius just dropped a sub bomb. Leo just dropped 10 tier 1 community subs in the chat. Holy mother. Andy subscribed for 10 months. That's awesome, man. Thanks, dude.
We'll probably be in jail or at death camp in 10 months.
It's possible.
At least the Medusa will. Then NPR James Bond fantasy.
I
To
offered
try
another
to
question.
rescue you.
I offered another question, like Red Grove. Is this some sort of like red light district here? Are you some sort of
You start nodding to her.
Thing.
She says, "Our purpose here is to keep outsiders from the Temple of Fallen Stars."
So clearly, this is not a brothel. Okay, Captain, we may want to go take another course.
I shall step forward and do a courtly bow with my cool cape and pirate outfit.
Uh-huh.
She's probably weak in the knees already.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm Captain Rock Powers. Perhaps you've heard of me.
She says, "We have actually. We've heard of all of you."
Well, them. That's like Mick Jagger and the other guys. We're here for the Soul Stones. Is that going to be a problem?
She says, "I believe it might."
Explain how.
I'm sorry?
Explain how.
She says, "If the ones who employ us deem you a threat,
Yes.
we will be forced to repulse you."
Okay. I can completely understand that. So the ones who employ you, do they control the Soul Stones?
They do.
Interesting. And are they amicable to releasing them for me to have and to hold, or are they sort of covety about that?
They have been considerably clutchy. Yes.
Clutchy. Okay, good. And you guys is your contract up anytime soon, or can we negotiate on this, or do you feel like giving me the stones now would increase your chances of getting into bed with me? Like, how are you feeling?
Whoa.
She says, "I don't think what you think is going to happen is going to happen."
What do you think is going to happen?
Now I'm just curious.
She says, I have a good feeling that the spirits are dictating one or more of you may die before the rest of you run off today.
Right. Okay. So now that's interesting. A lot of people that I've met in the ruin have died. I have like a huge trail of death following me. And every morning those people got up and they put on their boots and they said, "Today is the first day of the rest of my life." And unfortunately, they're dead now. So
I
like
ate 2 of them.
Yeah. And so everybody should kind of consider that when dealing with me, that I have more dead people in my life than living people. Are you still hard and fast on me not letting have the stones?
She says, "I can only give you that which is given to me, and it is not given to me to give you the stones."
Okay. Should I talk with somebody else? Because I don't like to needlessly kill people, especially creatures as lovely as yourself. But I am going to get those stones.
She says, it is our duty to protect and keep those who would take the stones
Okay. Is there a manager? And I don't mean to be a Karen here. Is there a manager I could talk to? Your boss?
Yeah. How do
Before
we improve ourselves?
Before I just unleash my werewolf, emphasis on werewolf.
I'm just shaking my head. We're all good here, baby.
Yeah, I am over here Brent's like flexing, like, yeah, he's talking about me.
Yeah.
She
Dogs
moves.
of war.
She moves slightly forward, just enough to set down her weapon midway between you and her.
Yeah.
And she says, "You're going to need this. I'll get my boss."
Thank you. See, and then I turn around. See, guys, you don't have to kill everything. You can just ask to see the manager.
You can just Karen them.
I look at the cat and like, day's not over yet, sir.
So you guys start getting the feeling that you guys are being watched.
Rock Powers is used to this.
Yeah. And I'm going to be on the lookout for ambushes anyway.
All right. After a few minutes, you guys see a set of armor of somebody in a set of armor walking down the trail. He's wearing two swords, very large cloak. He drops the hood and the cloak. And if you look at the private Wargate chat that we normally work, you can see as he gets closer, he is a mammoth, just enormous. As he drops the cloak, you can see red skin over a serpentine face, those tendrils like before, just a giant lizard man dude covered in plate armor, carrying what kind of looks like two big hatchet-like swords.
I murmur my breath. I hate lizards.
I turn to Crowley and I say, "Boss or champion? What do you think?"
Champion?
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to wipe out the champion? Who wants to earn my love? Anybody? Anybody?
I'll do it.
Send a werewolf in.
I'll turn around to the lizard man and hold up my hand and say, "How you doing?"
The woman comes back and she speaks with it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And she says, he wants to know if you can be sent away without violence.
No.
No. Not unless we get what we need.
I mean, make me an offer, but I need those soul stones. I really do. I'm going to put them to good use.
They're going to look good on our crib.
And remember,
in his hat.
As glamorous and capable as I seem, I'm not in it for me. I'm trying to improve the lot of everybody in the ruin by making it better, one scorched acre at a time. And so, I need your stuff to make the world a better place.
I pat the captain on the back. He's all about the little guy. He wants to help all of us.
I'm about the little guy.
Help us.
So she's kind of like trying to translate all this in a way that would make sense to him.
Grok no understand.
He said her look.
Grok confused about who little guy.
But he eventually kind of like pushes her behind. And he steps up. Do you send Bren forward?
So he steps up in a combat posture?
No, he just steps forward as if to say, you ain't getting past me.
Okay. And what does she do?
She's kind of like hunkering behind part of the like the broken stone. So she's going to like right around here, and she's kind of like hiding back, but she's not holding a weapon this time.
Okay.
So where's the Skype?
It's right in the middle. So right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just for you, buddy. I step forward. I step forward with my hand on my special unknown magic sword, and I look at him.
This one of the
What are you
ones you
looking
got from Trago's camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't like that word.
What's that?
Oh my god, it's like cursed.
He what do you call it? He like sticks his grill kind of into your airspace, sniffs a couple of times, and then steps back, kind of like pawing at the earth like a bull, like he's going to charge. Do you ready yourself, or you just kind of stand there?
I'm gonna ready myself. I think it's about to be owned like Donkey Kong.
Roll for initiative.
I got a whopping 9.
As
Okay.
Bren leaves a puddle on the ground.
The
Like a werewolf, I'm eating you first.
the lizard dude rushes and tries to. He's not even taking his swords up yet. Oh my god, cute puppy!
No, you broke fault.
Leo Vicaris is saying, and Bren dies. Well, we have yet to see that. So he rushes. Looks like he's going to do like an around the waist body tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a saving throw.
Let's see here. Oh my god, 17. That is well above.
All right, so he basically picks you up and runs you back into this corner and slams you against the wall, and you take half damage. Yes.
Hold on, real quick. What is my health at currently? Because I got messed up with Trago. Did I?
Oh no, you guys were back. Yep.
Okay, so
you should be at full now.
Yeah. Okay. I meant to ask that last week and never got the chance.
So
What
you take 6 points.
Okay.
As he slams you into the wall.
Oh, is that the best you have?
All right. What do you do?
Can I? Will I be able to get a good beat on him with my? No, wait a minute.
The captain would like to do something.
What would the captain like to do?
The captain, he slams him into the wall, so he's in the wall, and the lizard man is pinning him to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So the captain blinks right behind the lizard man and stabs him in the back.
Wait. Well, real quick. Do I know the activation word for my gnomish axe?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to pull my axe, utter that command word, and slam that thing into him.
Okay. All right. So Chaos Actual blinks in behind. And then go ahead and give me a hit roll. Are you able to do a hit roll? Or do you need
I'm not, and I'm using that +3 magic sword I got. I forget who I got it from, but
the big giant one?
Yeah.
That's one hell of a backstab.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I'm trying to learn how to be an assassin.
I thought you were a duelist.
Well, that too, but I could multi-class maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, why not try to multi-class right now?
Absolutely.
I got a 15 unadjusted. I don't know what the plus to hit on those little gnomish axes.
Okay. So we'll resolve Chaos Actual, and then we'll resolve yours. So go ahead, Chaos. Can I have somebody roll for Nick?
Yes, if they could, or if somebody in
roll.
the chat wants to give us a huge amount of subscriptions, they can roll.
You sure you want me to roll for you, Nick?
Yes.
5.
Oops.
So you clench your fist, and the ring activates. You jump immediately behind him using kind of like the blinking effect of the ring. They're like wrestling around and like trying to jockey for position, and as you go to ram this thing in the back with that sword, it kind of like they move. And Sparky, you feel that just as you're about to like level this thing with the axe, you feel the Rock Powers' blade kind of like run by your ribs. Doesn't do any damage to you, but he got really, really close.
I look at him like, really?
All right. So you're activating the axe.
Yep. and I'm going to smack him with it.
Are you talking about the one that summons?
Yeah, whatever axe I took off of poor Big Benny, may he rest in many pieces.
All right, so you activate that axe and give me a 1d8 roll.
2.
2 ghostly warriors appear just behind you, with axes of their own and shields. They're in like a rush pose, so they have their shields in front, but their axes resting across their shoulders so they can swing. What are you gonna have them do?
I'm going to yell for him to attack this ugly lizard while I'm trying to beat it.
Gotcha.
On it.
All right,
We're
so
just going to go to Axe Town on this guy.
axe down. You got a hit. You got a 15. You said.
Yeah, unadjusted.
So
it's 15, 16, 17 with my 2.
It dents one of the pauldrons of his armor, but it doesn't bite all the way through. Richardson, are you doing anything?
Heedless of my companion's safety, I will put a burst into him.
Good man. It's not JR, but you know.
I am the new JR. Wonderful.
Hey, it's not a grenade at least.
Yes. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Big Benny, this son of a bitch. Put a grenade in his pants.
That would be a complete and utter natural 1.
Roll me a D100, please.
He's hoping he's going to shoot me.
Where did it go? Nope.
I rolled a 69. Nice.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
I feel really bad about this.
I got a 21.
21. You managed to get one round off before the cycle jams. So it looks like you got a stovepipe going on, and the errant round almost hits Bren as it slams into the rock right near his head.
I'm like, my God, I need to change sides here with friends like this.
Crowley?
Tap, rack, and roll.
I see all the commotion. I see Richardson shooting at his fellow buddy. It's like, I do that. So I feel a little left out. The fight's pretty intense. So I just I casually meander over to the Skype, kind of look around to see if anyone's looking.
Just the
pick it up.
Just this girl right here.
Yeah. No, I look at her. We make eye contact. I pick it up. I grab it. I admire it, and then I just walk back to where I was. And that's my action.
All right, Bren. He's gonna try and bite you.
Of course he is.
All right, this is gonna get weird.
When it always does.
All right, so you take 4 more points of damage from the bite, but he dislocates your shoulder on your pick an arm.
Left.
So he dislocates your left shoulder. So anything involving feats of strength, you're going to be at a -2.
Yeah.
Any climbing action, you're going to be at a -4.
Awesome.
Attack and defense, -2. He's doing like a death roll, like an alligator. He grabs onto your shoulder and rolls you around the ground so that you slap into one side of the stone and then the other until your shoulder comes out. And now I need you to make a saving throw.
Let's see. I missed it by 1.
You missed it by 1?
Yep.
Good to know. All right. Chaos Actual.
I backstab again.
Get this skilly bastard off me!
All right. Roll for me, Brent.
I got 11.
So you managed to get a solid hit on him, but it doesn't pierce the plates of the armor. So I mean, it's like that sword that you have is like a giant's shovel.
Yes.
You know, like a giant's garden trowel. This thing is a mammoth weapon, and it should have easily punched through this armor, but it doesn't at all. It strikes it and kind of slides off to the side and decimates the rock that these guys are kind of wrestling in. So that brings us to Richardson.
I guess if I can clear my action and do another burst at the same round, it'd be possible. I would do that.
Dex check.
My God, man, you have pointy things. Stab the bastard.
I rolled an 11.
Yep. So you're good. And now you're going to take another burst?
Yes. And this one will do...
The burst is going to be at -2 because you're basically, you're slamming on this weapon as you're trying to clear it.
All right. With the -2, I have a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. He's going to try and save, which he does not give me 2d6. And then I will handle it from there.
I rolled an 8.
8. Oh. So, Bren, you're sitting there wrestling around with this guy. He grabs onto your shoulder, slams you across the rock. You notice rock powers slam in another sword strike right into his back. It slides off the armor as a burst goes crazy right next to you.
How much do I take?
You don't take any. The beast dude just kind of is blocking all of those rounds slamming against you. What do you call it? He takes a bunch of hits and like growls almost in.
He's annoyed now.
Yeah. Your axe wielding like spectral fighters that you called in, they take shots. Their weapons kind of careen off his armor, and Crowley, as you're watching these ghosts kind of attack this thing, you notice that there's like a silvery sheen on this guy's armor that flares white every time the ghosts attack.
Cool. Is it my attack now?
It is.
Okay. Is my reanimated leg still around, or did he die dog walking the pigs?
He died dog walking the pigs under
That's what I
artillery
thought.
fire.
So I'm gonna need a new leg. So
Don't look at me!
no, I look at this crock. I look at the scythe in my hand. I look at the crock. I look at the scythe in my hand. I look at the crock. I run into the crock, just screaming at the top of my lungs. I draw back the scythe and just whack at it. Whack at this guy.
All right, go for it.
But I don't know what the damage on that weapon.
It's 1d6 plus 3.
Okay.
What's that, Nick?
Nothing. Just watching people yell at each other on the freeway.
Nice.
I love LA.
I got a 7. Or do I have to roll the hit first?
Yes. I thought you had a 7 to hit.
I got a 16 to hit.
All right.
I got 7 damage.
What do you call it? He sees you coming in and just kind of like pulls his head away, ripping a bunch of Bren's flesh with it. Your scythe slams into the rock right next to Bren's head.
Do I get attacked this round?
You sort of. And that's Crowley.
Oh.
That's when you notice that Bren's eyes are yellow.
Uh-oh.
And his face is already elongated.
I know. I'm trying to get a good leg bone for him.
I'm gonna get my own leg bone.
I'm popping my quick release of my plate carrier.
So as you get in, Richardson and Rock Powers, you guys get pelted with arrows from somewhere. You can't see where they're coming from, but you know they're coming from behind you based on how the arrows are landing. Rock, you take 2 points. Richardson, you take 4.
I've been skewered.
All right. Brings us back to Rock Powers.
So the lizard man has Bren and is kind of snapping at him with his giant jaws.
Yes.
He's biting me.
I take my D20 and I toss it inside his mouth.
Do you use any other die with it?
Yeah, let's do the D10
The D10
and the D20 together.
Let's
this
see.
ought to be
You know what?
interesting.
I'm gonna roll my metal dice for this since I have to.
All right, so you got to roll.
If you're gonna roll
to-
metal dice, you have to roll metal dice.
right?
You have to be like, I'm rolling dice now. I'm rolling a D10. The D10 is a 10. I'm rolling a
Let's
D20.
see.
Natural 20. You are in the house of pain now.
A 20 and a 10. Well,
hold on a sec. He's got to roll to get it in his mouth first.
oh, what am
Yeah.
I? A 20.
Let's see. So,
Oh shit! I dropped the D4. This is gonna hurt later.
all right. So go ahead and roll a D20 to see if you made the shot.
I rolled a 4.
Fuck.
All right. It bounces off his head and comes to a stop over by Crowley's foot.
All right.
Do you toss the other die with it?
I do.
The dice rattle and come to a stop. Give me those 2 rolls, please.
A 20 and a 10.
Now you
Really?
roll a 20. Now you
Damn.
roll a 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this would have been so much more interesting if you'd gotten it in his mouth. So you rolled those
Yeah, now
dice.
it's just at my foot.
Yeah, now it's at
Right.
your foot. So you roll. This is going to be weird. You roll the.
When is it not weird, Walt? When is it not weird?
You roll the eccentric semi-cursed dice. They come to a stop, and all of a sudden, Nick, you feel those dice back in your hand.
Sweet.
But in where the dice landed, there is suddenly a ballista.
Oh,
A full size
thank you.
or a miniature one?
A full-sized ballista just appears in place.
So we're like point blank tank at this guy, right? Basically.
Crowley, I need a dexterity check
Ugh.
to keep you from going ass over tea kettle where this thing is.
Do I have to be over or under mine?
You want to be under your dexterity.
I rolled a 10. My dexterity is 13.
So yeah, as long as you roll a 10, you're good.
Okay.
This thing just suddenly appears and you're underneath it. I mean, you're on top of it. So you have to basically like surf this thing coming into creation, so you don't fall off and hit the stone that everybody's kind of wrestling on right now. So that brings us to Bren. You need to make another saving throw.
I think there was this bad 70s horror movie where this professor turned like this kid into a snake.
Oh, he's a
I
werewolf
failed.
now.
Yeah.
I failed that one.
Slither, it was called. Yeah, Slither.
I rolled a 1 on that one.
That's James Gunn did that one.
James Penn.
James Gunn.
James Gunn did Slither.
Yeah.
Is there a new version? Because this is like a 1974 version.
Oh. Yeah. No, his Slither's like 2000 something.
Okay. And then there's Sharon Stone's
Sliver.
Sliver,
Yeah,
which isn't about Snake Man at all, unfortunately.
yeah.
Now, did you see Tusk, Nick?
Oh my god, that's Kevin Smith's Walrus movie.
Yeah, it was awful, but oh my god,
Yeah.
what a horror show. So yeah,
Some film producers actually asked me to write a very low budget military horror movie, and I thought I came up with a pretty good idea. And then they looked at my Twitter account. They're like, "No, thank you. you are the
call us,
horror."
we'll
And I'm
call
like,
you.
"Okay."
oh my god, did you see Dog Soldiers?
I have not seen that one yet.
Oh,
But
we have to have
that
a
used to
movie
be
night.
my old when we all first that was like my first AOL email was Dog Soldier 347.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The what's that?
I was about to say better than a dog face pony soldier, Ed.
Yeah. After that, it was Rippin' Abs 69.
Was that on OnlyFans?
Yeah, and I had it like it was weird. It was the early 2000s, and I had that when I would go for interviews, and they'd be like, "Okay, well, the interview went really great, and you can be the museum docent. What's your email?" And I'm all Rippin' Abs 69, and they're all, "Okay, you'll be hearing from us."
It was a restraining order.
Yeah.
So a giant ballista appears. Bren, all of your werewolfness suddenly stops.
The ballista was a vibe kill.
So now you have the opportunity to attack because now you are in control again.
Okay. Can I see any obvious, like maybe weak point on this guy's armor? Anything soft?
Yeah, armpits, groin, but he's wearing an armored skirt, so
I'm going to drop that axe and pull that 1911 and shove it up in there, and try to unload the clip on him.
All right, you're going to be at -2 to do that.
He rolls a 1 and shoots his foot.
Not that bad.
But it was not good, huh?
It was a free.
Bren, you are fired from rolling for the day.
Yeah.
All right, Richardson, go for it.
Seeing as though I haven't missed and hit Bren to make him a werewolf yet, I'm gonna try bursting again.
He's got all these fancy pointy things, and he's trying to shoot me.
The fancy pointy things are heavy.
Richardson's on fire today. He can roll.
Go work out.
That would be.
Hey, he rolled a 1.
A 21.
Oof,
Yeah, buddy.
that'll do it. All right, give me some damage.
That would be an 11.
11. All right, so he dumps another burst into this thing. You can feel the rattle through the armor that you're wrestling with, Bren, as he gets pelted by incoming fire. But he's still up and moving. Crowley.
Is he still on top of me?
Yes.
I jockey up on this ballista,
Do a Slim
And
Pickens
I-
style.
and I go, "Hey, you!" And I get his attention, and then I fire it off in his face.
Wait,
Oh,
aren't
God.
you like a Hollywood screenwriter? I mean, don't you want to say like, "Hey, lizard face" or "Hey, luggage face"?
I was gonna say, "Hey, crop case," but like,
yeah, like
I like very juvenile, stupid stuff.
yeah, like "Hey, Edward James Olmos."
Oh, that's mean.
Well, it's also comedy. Comedy is meanness plus time.
It's accurate though.
Meanness plus time equals accuracy.
I'm going for coolness though.
I would have gone with Edward James Olmos or "Hey, luggage face."
Hey,
But
luggage
not
face.
just
Okay.
not just "Hey, you."
Can I amend my threat to
I
hey,
would
luggage
love.
face?
Yes, I would love for
Okay,
you to amend
so-
your threat.
Okay, so I yell, "Hey, luggage face" to get his attention, and then we'll let the bolt and the ballista rip.
All right.
My feeling is that the lizard man should now have to save versus awesome line or actually look?
Let's see what I got.
I hope he looks. I want him
I
to
do
see
too.
this coming in.
He did not save. He got an 8.
He has to look.
He has to look. So you're like, hey, luggage face. And, and of course he's just like, oh.
Can we put that in the final game mechanics, save versus awesome line?
Yes. we will definitely do that. All right. Give me a to hit roll.
So 20.
Yep, a D20.
Roll a 20, please.
I rolled a 12.
A 12.
I have some pluses on hit, though.
He is going to. So you're just like, hey, luggage face, and you yank the release lever for this thing.
Yeah.
It shatters several cobblestones as it fires off, like under its supports, from the cable, basically loosing this thing at point blank range. It blows him through the wall, taking Bren with it.
Bren will be fine.
Thank God!
Bren, you take 12 more points. I'm sorry. Give me a saving throw.
Yeah.
And you can save for half if you say, I'm getting too old for this shit.
I'm getting too old for this shit. What'd you say? How much damage?
So you're going to take 6 if you save.
I did not.
All right, so you take 12. What does that bring you to?
I just want to see the werewolf.
You got 2 left.
Yep.
It's funny because your friends have done more damage to you than the attacker.
I've tried.
This stuff always happens in my games. It never happens to me till tonight.
Give me a saving throw, Bren. Another one.
I did not make that one either.
I would like to say that I called forth a ballista from the Diceverse.
And if Bren had rolled better, it would have appeared inside of the guy you were fighting.
Yes, and he would have had some gastrointestinal problems.
To say the least. Let's see. That's going to be who hasn't gone yet.
I think I'm last, so I think we're
I haven't
starting
actually
again.
done anything. I just watched. The
I
ballista
think.
go off.
I think Nick's next.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Let's see. I don't think there's really anything I can do because the ballista just shot them through the wall, right?
Yeah, but
He looks through the smoking hole like, damn.
The wall is kind of
You
like
okay there, buddy?
it's like a broken part of what was probably an avenue at some point.
Oh, okay.
So you can see like behind the wall, there's steps right next to it. So they're kind of like laying on the steps after being blown into like a retaining wall.
Yeah.
Through the security wall, off the retaining wall, and are now just kind of like landing on the steps like, holy crap, did that just happen?
And is the lizard man all gorn and like hissing, or is he down?
He's hurt, but he doesn't look like he's done yet.
Okay.
Are his limbs intact?
Now I'm gonna stab him with the big giant shovel.
Go for
Who's
it.
rolling for you, Nick?
Hold on, I'll roll for Nick.
Yeah, or Jet. Whoever. Just roll good. I'd like to hit once.
So rolling a d20.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on that one.
11.
So good.
He's
No.
prone. So yes, you get him that time.
Sweet. I'm gonna stick it in and leave it.
Give me damage on that.
Oh, it's 3d8. I do 18 damage. Let me make some dice rolls. No, brrr.
Hold on.
Crunkle, crunkle, crunkle.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. I got you. So he goes to get up, and
Single Medusa thinks that's funny.
What's that? The dice rolling sounds.
Richardson, stick the puppy on this lizard.
So it goes to pry itself up by like pushing Bren's head into the rock,
What a dick.
right? And it like roars towards Crowley that just shot it through the wall. And as its mouth is open, like doing that whole like alligator grumble, Rock comes in and shoves the sword down its throat. It gags a few times and then hits the rocks.
Yeah. Please don't let
laying
it
on the
say
stairs.
"Mama" and "Lizard Man." That would make this more disturbing.
Well, this seems like a very true to version of the episode of the original Star Trek with Kirk fighting the lizard guy. I should have hit him with a rock.
You guys can hear like the sound of like approaching feet, like people running in at you.
Oh, I gotta be quick. So I scurry over to his body and start sawing off the missing leg.
All right, so you start hacking at his leg.
Yeah. I need my leg back.
All right.
Let me know if I get it. If I'm
retrieve
successful.
my shovel from the ruin, and I step out to read I guess receive the adulation of the fans who have watched me slay the Lizard King.
Let's see. The Leo Vicarius is saying Lizard Man says Bren's mother's name as he dies.
We don't talk about that. She was a very friendly lady.
If only Bren knew her name.
That was
All right.
when D&D got mean.
Yep, it's true. So as Crowley is trying to saw off a limb that he can animate using necrotizing powers, Nick, would you like to talk about Forgotten Ruin?
I would love to talk about Forgotten Ruin. This was the week that Violence of Action. Wait, no, not bad. Lay the Hate released, and it is like having like runaway reviews. It's doing really good. Everybody really likes it. They like the cliffhanger ending. So if you haven't jumped into the Forgotten Ruin verse, I would definitely jump in, because you're about to get, as Walt likes to say, mollywomped by a ton of new Wargate content, as several series in the Wargate sort of like line of books, which is three things. It's Modern Military Unit, Perpetual Taco Machine, and Fantasy Setting. That makes a Wargate novel. Begin to come online with 2 military veteran, and Walt's working on 3 military veteran science fiction writers. So I would get caught up on the Forgotten Ruin universe. There's 4 books. There will be 5 books by December 1st with the coming book, The Book of Joe, which is going to be really cool. And I think everybody kind of likes Forgotten Ruin so far, so much so that I got to see some work on the game that's coming out, and there's going to be a Kickstarter, and I would get in on that. And I would also get the ammo case, the ammo crate, the ammo box. That's what it's called, because that's going to have the Skullstalker logo in Ranger Tan on it, powder coated, and that's going to look awesome. And you're going to want that game. It's going to be really, really cool. Walt was showing me some really cool stuff in there, and basically writing the next book for me.
So I'm getting my duties added to.
No. And I'm sending your present today. I just got you another coffee to put in there. Like I'm stuffing an ammo can full of various coffees.
Oh my God. Leo Vicarius is saying Perpetual Taco Machine. That's just too powerful.
I know. I went to a taco place last night that's like Freedom Central here in Orange County. And that's Chef Andrew Gruel, that's Slapfish. He's been on Fox News and stuff like that. And I ate 8 fish tacos.
Oh my God.
I generally don't
I'm
eat
jealous
that much, because like I've started only eating like dinner now, and so my stomach's kind of shrunk. But like at the end, I was just pushing them in. They were so good.
Yeah.
And they had, what was the super hot sauce? What was that called?
God, I'm hungry.
Oh man, I forget.
It was
What
it was like
that?
a San Felipe pepper hot sauce, and like it was still burning at night, and that was good.
Oh damn.
Then it burned a little in the morning, but that's another story.
We don't go there. All right. So this thing is plastered. This Lizard King is plastered. And if you don't know where I got the name Lizard King, by all means, go out and check out Violence of Action.
Violence of Action. Jackpot Lizard King.
So this Lizard King is it takes you like a minute to put your foot on this thing's neck to pull the sword out.
Yes.
but you eventually get it out. The what do you call it? But you guys hear like running coming up at you. If you look over to your northwest, or over to your left rather, over your shoulders, you can see more lizard men being supported by men with
Oh,
crossbows running in.
Do they see me sawing at their king's leg?
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be awkward.
I guess I'll swing the sword down on the thing's neck and take the head,
Oh,
and then I'll hold.
After I
the
did
head
all the
up-
hard work.
I'll hold up the head at them and say "Akuna Matata."
We're doing that. I get the head out of my bag. It's the croc head with the dreads, and I go, "Yeah, I got one too."
What's my status? Out of curiosity,
you're hurt, and
I'm just not.
you're not changing.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Well, I'm laying there all battered to hell. I'm like, I wore the bastard out. A little bit of thanks would be nice.
Yeah, you are like hurt bad. Your shoulder's messed up. You're down to 2 hit points.
Can I do a quick self heal to help what little?
What are you doing? Like first aid?
Yeah,
He's singing the Marvin Gaye song "Sexual Healing."
I don't want to be bleed. I want to stop the bleeding at this stage. Has nommed on me a bit.
1d3. So
Say goodbye, Badis. I thought that was funny.
Oh man.
Do we round up or round down?
round up.
Okay, so I rolled a 3.
All right, so you're up to 5 hit points now.
All right, and after he does that, I want to walk over and kick him in the hip and say, "Why are you still down there? Get up!"
I shoot Richardson.
Eh. I rolled a 4 out of a D4, so whatever damage you want to give him for me kicking him in the hip.
It's more friendly than anything else. Leo Vicaria says
You
if
do
you see
that,
sexual
I
healing,
will.
the crossbowman might prison pleasure on him. Not good. So, yeah, they're rounding the corner. What are you guys doing? Are you guys staying there? Or are you guys running out of dodge?
Well, I mean, I'm sawing through his leg, so like, as soon as I finish, I'm gonna leave. But you know, I got priorities.
I'm charging the approaching force with the sword in one hand and the head held out.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
I'm clicking my gear.
All right, so
My little hand axe and my 1911.
Rock Powers, the crossbowmen are kind of leading the way. So you'll encounter them first.
Sweet.
So you want to take a swing at one of them?
Yes. While holding the head out in the darkness at them and screaming boogity, boogity, boogity.
I know what I'm doing next.
Jesse, would you roll a d20 for me?
Sure thing.
Hope it gets better than the 17 I rolled.
Would a 1 be bad right now?
I rolled a 17. I rolled a 17 for Nick.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Wait, did you really roll a 1?
Yeah, I rolled a 17. You go with me next time.
all right, so you're running.
I've made
What
my
a
bet.
shit
Now I
show.
must lay in it.
You're running up the stairs. The crossbowmen are kind of like struck dumbfounded, like as you're running up with the head of their king. But the crossbowmen are human, so they're just kind of like looking at you like, what the hell is this guy? He's charging, and you know, so. Because of like you're kind of like Green Lantern or like, you know, Harry Hamlin Medusa holding this head, you know, you just kind of you didn't get your swing right and you kind of like lost your balance a little bit, but you freak out all the approaching lizard men and they turn tail.
Yay! Take
So-
that.
So like they're backing up. They're not sure exactly what's going on, and the fact that you're holding the head of their king is freaking them out a little bit.
Yeah.
The Go ahead, Bren.
I'm gonna. Am I gonna have any penalty on my spear gun or any long guns for this arm?
Yes, -2.
Okay. Any penalties if I just single hand up my 1911? Then
It's a pistol,
can I get
so
a straight?
you're still -2 no matter what, due to the pain and
Oh.
the fact that you just got alligator rolled.
I step out with my pistol and level at one of the crossbowmen, and I roll a 17.
17 damage.
What's the roll on that?
It's a pistol, right?
Yeah.
45.
Yep.
2d6.
6. Stop. Could you stop spinning sometime now? I step out and say, "You dirty bastards! I'm pissed. I'm angry. I do 8 points of damage."
All right. All right. So the lead crossbowman is like they're all taking a knee and bringing the crossbows up. He takes the round in the head and it splatters on the one behind him. Let's see.
America.
Richardson. Oh no, go ahead, J Mac. He's got some
How far have I cut through his leg now? Do I have it, or am I still working?
You're still working. The first round you had to like detach the straps holding his armored leg plate on because it would have taken you forever to saw through that. And now you're
So I'm gonna take a shot with my rifle at one of these archers.
All right, go for it.
I rolled an 8. 8 to hit.
It does not hit him. Shatters on the wall behind the guy, and they reposition as a result, just trying to maximize their cover or minimizing their exposure while maximizing their ability to still hit you.
I take this time to saw harder.
Richardson.
Okay. Well, continuing on with my. All right. Are those steps up or steps down that
Those
rock
are
powers?
Steps up, but it's not so high that you still can't see them. You can still see them.
All right. I would like. See, I'm out of those. I can't do that. I will move up by rock powers.
And take a coffee break.
And I've been really bursty tonight. I'm feeling kind of suppressive now.
Gonna lay some hate.
Yeah.
Also a part of Forgotten Ruin. Please find us on Amazon.
Yes.
13 plus 5.
We got to get it. We got to get into Costco so everybody can find us at Costco too. Because
yes,
the new Forgotten Ruin print books are gorgeous.
Oh, I can't wait.
And you get a map.
I got a 19.
Nice. Damage. They're going to. Are you directing that burst on a single or the group?
The whole group.
He's going Rambo.
I got a 9.
Or maybe more Tony Montana.
This guy back here, he thought he was safe behind the wall, but you kind of angled just right. He gets decimated by one of the rounds. This guy right there, he gets hurt, but he's still up. All right. And brings us to... Oh, no. Now it's their turn. They fire. They fire once on Richardson and once on Rock Powers, who is in the front.
Meat shields.
Richardson, 25. So you level that burst. The one that was uninjured by all of that. He drops a crossbow bolt into you, and you take 6 points. It blows right into your knee. So you're going to be at half your movement rate, and anything involving a kind of like an athletic type dexterity check, you're going to be at a -2.
Hope he doesn't get in an ass kicking contest tonight.
Okay, dokie.
As you guys are kind of like fighting and doing your thing, you notice that these lizard men are still kind of hanging out there, but now instead of like coming in to charge you, they're watching. They're just hanging there, just waiting. You have 2 guys that are actively still attacking you. After they've expended their crossbow bolts, they're dropping those and they're pulling out axes. That brings us to Rock Powers.
Rock Powers turns to the head that he's holding, and he says, "I hear and obey." And then he gets this transfixed look on his face. And he says, "Your king from the afterworld says, bow down to him. He's still your king." And then I hold the head out. But I say it all like, monster movie theater, Bela Lugosi.
This thing that's still your king. So you do that, and the lizard men that were just kind of like watching all of this, they drop to their knees and bow and like put their hands down, so that their faces are in the dirt. The 2 humans don't seem like they're affected by it, other than to be very confused and freaked out. Like they don't seem like they're buying the act. They think that you might. They're more acting like you might be crazy.
Everyone's a critic.
The lizard men, though, are buying it hook, line, and sinker.
Sweet.
Silly lizard brain.
So, let's see. That would be Bren.
I'm going to advance up to where Rock, Powers, and Richardson is.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a shot at one of these guys who's clearly not buying it. And as I leveled the 45 at him, like, obey your lizard king.
Go for it. Give me some dice rolls.
I got an unadjusted 13. So that's
damage
minus 7.
All right. So this guy who was already wounded, you pull a Mozambique on this guy, dumping 2 to the pipes, and 1 right up to the nostrils. He keels over, and this guy right here, he takes off.
Oh, not so fast.
Get him. Crowley?
I cast reanimate body part on the head in Rock Powers' hand.
That's awesome.
The tendrils start coming alive and moving like the snakes of a Medusa, and it screams something in its own language, which you can hear as though now that it's dead, as though it were your own.
I command it to chase down the guy that's fleeing.
What's that? The head?
Yeah.
It can't chase after him. It's just a head.
It's got like tendrils.
Unless Rock bowls with it, maybe.
Yeah, unless. As the thing comes alive, the lizard men that are what do you call it? That were bowing down. They're just like, like all weirded out, and they drop on this guy and tear him to pieces.
Perfect.
Perfect. I'm like, ugh.
And let me know how far I'm through the leg, because I'm still doing that. But that was just a distraction, so I could actually do my real goal.
This one, where did you go? You're over here. So you're over here sawing. The lizard men walk up, and they all they don't kneel, but they come down on all fours, and they're staring at you in kind of like a holding pattern. They're just staring at you like crocs in a pen looking at a handler.
Where's the chick?
She's back, still hiding in that nook, waiting.
I give her the eye and I go, pretty cool, huh?
She walks up and says, "I may translate for you if you like."
I would enjoy that. Tell them that their king wants to be taken to their stones now and to bring me all their super whiskey.
They do not drink alcohol.
Well,
Not in the way that you would.
All right. Fine. This might as well happen.
She says, she starts translating what you just said to them. And the what do you call it? One of the lead lizards kind of like talks to her for a moment, and it's a lot of hissing and like growling. She responds back and says, "If you're holding the head, that means you're now the champion."
Hey, cool.
I mean, he knew that before he was holding the head.
Bryn's just like, if I had just ate this guy, I would be king right now. Damn.
She says, there is also the matter where they will probably lead you inside. I would put that head somewhere else, as other males in the line of succession would now have reason to challenge you to lead as champion.
Aha. Okay. Then I will heed her advice.
She says, but this honor guard will now protect you. I think that would probably be an accurate description as you move forward into the temple. But please be aware, the members of the Red Grove will not be so tolerant, and they will still try to stop you.
Excellent.
They won't put up with my act.
Most likely not.
You're all no fun. Is there, if I examine the body, is there anything worth looting off of this guy?
The armor looks exceptional. It's
not going to fit.
No, you'd have to get it resized. If you had to guess, it's a type of field plate, and which is very odd for something living in an extremely swampy environment. But it's wearing some sort of field plate. There are all sorts of sigils and signs all over it, and it looks like as if some of the dents that you put in it are working themselves out.
I'm not sure we want to put our werewolf in that.
After the beating I took, I might need it.
If he put it on as Bren Villanueva, it wouldn't fit. If he put it on in his other shape, it would definitely fit.
I'm going to try to get the armor off of him.
All right. It takes a long time because there's a lot of pieces to this.
Well,
I'm shooing them away while I'm working.
I'm trying to help you. You cut the
no. It's just, yeah, I got it.
All right. So do you guys follow them back inside the temple?
I do. I don't know.
After we're done desecrating the body, yeah.
One of the guards kind of barks something at you, Crowley, and she translates and says, he wants to know if he seems he's slightly confused. He wants to know if you do the same thing they do, and that's why you're hacking off the leg.
I don't know what he means. I
Nom,
say
nom,
that
nom.
to the girl.
She said, she talks to it for another minute, and then he says, she's like, she wants to know if you eat your dead enemies as well.
Oh, that's disgusting. No.
I do.
Who would do such a thing? Well, yeah, our werewolf does, but
Getting mighty hungry around here.
that's gross. I can't believe people do stuff like that.
Well, not people, them.
Yeah, well,
All right, so you guys go into the main keep.
Yeah.
All right, so it's kind of a like a meandering walk. You guys are kind of taking it a little on the slow side because Bren is beat up and Richardson has a limp right now. So it takes a minute. They bring you into this entrance. You can see all around you. There are at all these different locations, the walls, the broken ramparts. There are lizard men everywhere, and sparsely throughout them, there's people like the woman in the red robes. When you see them, they take off. The lizard men are just still kind of watching you guys because everybody kind of knows what you just did. You just thunder humped their boss into non-existence. You get into the underside, like into the main keep. It's broken walls, sunlight streaming through, vines and trees, growing in throughout, and you get to a main central chamber. It looks like it's been flooded, and in the center is a dais that looks like kind of like an Indiana Jones style pedestal, and on it is a pillow with 2 orange stones that are faintly glowing in the gloom. What are you guys going to do?
I'm just gonna drink from my water.
What is it?
I'm just taking a drink of water and popping some Motrin. It's gonna be all
Aha.
better.
Okay.
Oh,
There
well,
he is.
we got 2 of
I
them.
made it back to my dice.
Nick, did you want me to reiterate what just happened?
I guess, yeah.
So you guys went into the main section of the keep. So you guys went in through here. After some twists and turns, keep's pretty broken up. You ended up in a large chamber, and at the center was a dais with 2 glowing oblong stones on them. They look almost like petrified eggs, but they're glowing faintly.
What do we want to do?
That is the question.
Is the girl
Are those what I think they are? Are those the soul stones?
The woman nods her head. She's like, those are indeed the soul stones.
Who's the most agile of us right now? Since I am not, obviously.
Probably Rock Powers.
How about we back up a little bit and someone runs up there, grabs him, runs back.
I like this, especially if it's not me.
I'm a sniper.
All right, so what are you doing?
I'm going to ask the lady, is there any magical curses or weird stuff preventing us from taking those stones?
No. In fact, it would probably be very simple for you to take the stones.
Right.
Getting back outside the ruins with them is another story.
Why would that be?
My order is going to is most likely going to stop you or try to.
Well, I pick up the animated head and I look at it and I go, well, this guy was part of the whole plan, right?
He was up until the point where you shot him through a wall.
Yeah. So does everybody in your order want to end up like this? I mean, doesn't this kind of like it was your deal with this guy or was it with somebody else? Because this guy says it's okay now, right?
She says, I am not the one who's going to argue with you.
Right.
The rest of the order might. I am just a mediator.
I see. Who like so you're a very beautiful, fetching young lady. Who is the rest of the order?
They're all around you.
Oh, okay. All right. And who did they make the agreement with to protect the anyone from getting the stones?
The agreement was made with the champion.
The champion says it's okay now, right? Yeah. He says it's cool.
It's not so easy. The champion supposedly received his orders from the spirits of the land. So if unless you have a way to convince the order,
yes,
to that the spirits have said that it's okay, they'll still try to stop you.
Well, do the spirits have a telephone of any sort or a number, or could we maybe we could ask for a sign? What do you think about that?
She's
not any of the head shenanigans, but like a real live sign.
She's like, I don't understand what you mean.
Well,
A
like
sign from God, my friend.
yeah, maybe the spirits could communicate that because the champion was defeated, the new champion should take the stones and go forth and seek super whiskey. I mean, go forth and do good.
She says, it might work.
Yeah.
You would have to convince, like I said, you would have to convince one of the champions.
One of the champions or one of the guardians?
One and the same.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, are we talking the lizard man spirit of the land, or like who are these spirits? Like, tell us about the religion. Tell us about your religion.
She says, I'm one of the members of the Red Grove. There is the Red Grove, the Black Grove, and the Jade Grove.
Right.
She says,
I've heard the Red Grove is the best, incidentally.
You are not wrong.
Right.
She says,
you can ask my administration has always been pro Red Grove.
I'm kind of staring
That's awesome.
Are we like reverse Mormons? We're asking everyone else, like,
tell us about your religion.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Red Grove.
She says, our entire religion centers around rebirth.
Right.
So, and that's what the soul stones
yes
are doing here.
Right.
The stones are here to keep the great machine turning.
Ooh. The great machine is in situo loco, as they say in Latin.
She says it is close by.
Could we see
what kind of machine?
She says, of course. So she motions and leads you into, a couple of different twists and turns. As you approach a set of very big ornate doors, one of which is hanging, and it looks like they've used vines and wire to kind of keep it from falling apart.
This is some hillbilly shit, Bryn says.
You start hearing like a tap, tap, tap. One of the doors opens, and an aged one of these bipedal lizard comes out holding a cane. Comes up, and it speaks to you in English. What does it want?
Well, Enoch, we're here to look at the great machine.
What do you ask her?
We're here to look at the great machine.
She says, "What is its purpose with the machine?"
Its purpose is rebirth.
She like looks at the aspirant who's been kind of like guiding you through this, looks back at you, and it says, "Yes, this is good."
Rebirth is good.
And
Right, guys?
you know, she turns around and starts tap, tap, tap. And I assume you follow her into the chamber.
We follow into the chamber.
It's surrounded by members of these like Red Grove soldiers, crossbows, leather armor, red, like red cloaks and hoods and stuff like that. But in the center of the room is a forge.
Aha! The great machine. All hail the great
I
machine.
knew it.
Right, everybody?
So
All hail.
Hell. Actually, hell. Ow! Oh, hell. Ah!
Oh, and while they're all going in there, I stay back with the balls, just looking at them.
Gotcha. All
You
right,
and
so
your
you're
balls.
back with the soul stones.
That's
She
how you get
says-
eaten by a lizard person.
She says, "Much rebirth is coming soon. Would you like to assist?"
Oh yeah.
We were sent to assist.
She says, "Wonderful." She says, "Red Grove has grown weak over the years. We could use some new blood."
Do you know how to make the machine answer your questions?
She says, "Only the old Red knows this. And if you know this, we can once and for all do away with the old Red and their meddling in our affairs."
So who is the old red?
She looks at your guide, who then is kind of like, like I really, this is not a question. Well, no, she's like, this is not a question I want to answer.
Yeah.
No, she's not the old Red.
Right.
But she does.
She knows
not.
who.
Oh yeah, she knows who.
Yeah.
I
So
elbow
I
her
look
like-
at her and I go, I'm guessing the old red is your boss, right?
That would be correct.
And you guys have basically had a monopoly on this machine for these poor lizard people, right?
We are here to protect the
Right.
soul stones.
Where we come from, these things, there's one of these things in every 7-Eleven, and you can get Slurpees. We all know how to use it. Everybody knows how to use this thing. Every guy here could make all the weird shit he wants to make if we get access to that terminal. So the way that I see it is your con can continue, or I can just teach them how to use the machine right now.
So the aged, like very, very old lizard woman like turns to look at you and says, "You would teach us to use this?"
It depends. It depends. Let me see the terminal. Let me see if it even talks anymore.
So she leads you over and she says, "This is where the old Red prays." And they open the terminal sleeve and it comes out and it comes on.
Sweet. I will go into the menus and I will look up a super whiskey Slurpee, which it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, but a Slurpee exists and super whiskey exists. Like probably Johnny Walker Blue or Johnny Walker Black Label, probably the blue. And then I'll have those two created and then I'll pour that into the Slurpee and then I'll turn around and go, see, I can make it like anything I want.
So does the Forge have plans for a Johnny Walker Blue? And
The premise of the Forge is that the Forge has plans for everything. That's why they send it forward in time with everything. It has every book, everything, blah, blah, blah.
so that whiskey will still be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, is any army supply E6 going to go forward in time without a whiskey?
That's not true.
No.
And this explains a lot of how that Portagon's coffee supply in the first book lasted so long.
Yeah, they can make it. So you could, he could have made Starbucks like they took everything and put it in there because they thought they were going to need to restart society. So every weapon, everything is in there. The problem is where you get into it is like someone says, well, why don't you make a spooky gunship? Well, you can make all the parts for it, but then you got to assemble it.
Yep.
Yeah. So whiskey has no parts and neither does a Slurpee. Even the Slurpee cup is in there. Even the little Slurpee volcano cone is in there. Even the red Scooby straw is in there. And I would like a Slurpee on a nice hot day with just a dram of super whiskey.
So Brindley,
So I roll up my sleeves and I tap it up.
So while he's doing this, Brindley's is like, boss, I like a Slurpee and a hot dog, and see if you can find me a sniper rifle in there.
All
While
right.
they're doing that, I'm practicing.
I will
reanimating
make-
the leg.
I will make, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Slurpees. But only one has super whiskey. Well, no, everything has super whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's
All
a
right,
blue
so-
one. It's a blue Slurpee.
So you start minting the blue super whiskey Slurpees.
Yes. And I hand them out to everybody, and we're all standing there in a parking lot talking. With
Refreshing.
Pretty
These
good.
lizard men are going to have a new religion.
Yeah.
And their blood of Christ is going to be this blue super whiskey Slurpee.
I think both of the newcomers have to roll versus brain freeze.
Well, I was just going to suggest that. J-Mac, you're animating the leg?
Oh yeah, I got bored, so I just reanimated the leg. I packed the champion leg though.
Gotcha.
This thing's thick.
Oh, yeah. Thick
By the way-
and is grippy.
Am I alone with the balls?
Yes.
There
Don't
are
touch the balls.
Coming this spring, a new Galaxy's Edge erotic novel, Alone with the
Along
Ball.
with the ball.
there are lizard men
Great
warriors,
balls of Oba.
and there are members of the Red Grove, like kind of hanging around.
Okay.
At one point, the aged lizard, kind of like shaman, like holds her head and is like, "The power of this is amazing."
It is. It will pass, but you are reborn now into the Slurpee.
And she holds up her cup and is like, like nodding her head,
Yes.
like the blood of Slurpee. What do you call it? So you create all of these. Everybody is doing their super whiskey Slurpee. Richardson, you're back there. Are you doing anything with these?
Watch this channel get a takedown order tomorrow from.
I'm just still
Maneuvering gear.
maneuvering gear, trying to empty out a sack.
What?
He's all alone with the balls.
Possibly formulating a plan in case things go sideways, but not quite touching anything.
So as we suck our
Don't
Slurpee
touch the
straws,
ball.
I'll say to the chick, like, so tell me what's going on and why I just don't teach them how to use this thing forever.
No. What is it?
So I look at the chick and I go, so tell me what's going on and why I don't just teach them how to make Slurpees forever.
She says, before my birth.
Right.
And she looks like nervous.
Yeah.
She says there was one of our religion took this thing
Mhm.
and deposited it here.
Mhm.
There was no thought of it breaking.
Mhm.
Our old texts say that anything from this will break in time.
Yes, it will. But for a little while, you can have it.
She says there was a very real concern that eventually this would break in time.
It should be fine because it's what we call Faraday cage. It in and of itself should last. But I don't know. But if you can't use it, it's no good to you. And if you tell me the aims of your order, I can teach you how to make things that will increase those aims. as long as you swear utter alliance and fealty to the Rangers.
She says, well, that's the thing. And she looks like somebody who, when they're a kid, you're hanging out with your moms and dads at the hardware store, and you see that thing that's hanging on the hook, and it just happens to find its way into your pocket. But somebody gets caught.
Yes.
She says, that's where we got it from.
Oh, you got it from the Rangers. You stole this from them.
She says, before my birth.
Right. Oh, yeah, not you. The other guys.
And it was brought here to keep it away from them.
Well, I see. But here we are.
We're different kind of Rangers.
She says the stones were created to protect these.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think that's all myth and tradition. You should be fine.
So we don't need the stones.
You don't need the stones. I do.
Do you have one of these machines too?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
it's way bigger, and it's newer.
So
and it's gold plated.
If you were to take one stone and leave us one for our machine,
we don't really do that though.
Yeah. I don't really understand this thing where you think you're in a position to bargain. I just talking head. This guy,
he thought he could bargain.
I've just taught your masters how to make Slurpees. What if I teach them how to make a AK-47s? Do you know what that is? How about Lizard Man with an AK-47? No one saw that one coming.
She says,
how about Lizard Man with a nuke?
Let's not get carried away.
Agent of Chaos here. Come on.
Yeah.
She says, I don't know what these things are.
Well, see, like
I keep my rifle up and kind of wave it.
Yeah. Everyone red misted all those guys' skulls. Yeah.
Got a subscriber. Shebrat66. Thank you so much.
We are happy to have you on board. We're trying to be as entertaining as possible. Forgive the ugliness.
So she says, well, we want to,
let me put it another way. You don't know what you have. You don't know, you don't realize that this machine can make things beyond your wildest imagination. And you'll never figure that out. You never, ever will, because you don't know those things. So here's what we can do. I can make you the object of your heart's desire.
And she kind of looks at you and
I know it's me. Something else. And then I place my hand on her lips and I go, shh. This is
would have been weirder if you put it on the Lizard Man head's lips.
No, but what is I could make you your holiest symbol and make it mighty and powerful. I could make anything that you guys want, but you don't know how to use it, so you can't make it.
She says, I have no use for this.
Right.
I'm only here to protect.
You don't want a Slurpee?
Yeah. Don't you like the Slurpee?
It's very nice. She says, but I she took one sip of it and then put it down.
Yeah.
She didn't seem like, she was into it. And then she says, she's like,
Savages.
I am just here to protect this. And
I take her Slurpee and now I have both straws in my mouth.
Yep. She says, but the eldest of us will be upset if you show the lizard people how to use this, and if you take the stones.
How upset would we be if we just did half of those things?
You might get away with a single stone.
Yeah,
that'd be a quarter of the things.
That would be a quarter, right? See, he can do math. How about we take the stones and leave you with the machine, and I'll teach you how to do things with the machine.
She puts her hands up and she's like, once again, I am just here to protect it. I'm not here to use it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the eldest would be upset if the lizard men don't have the machine.
It is something that is pacifying them, keeping them calm.
Ah, see. So there we have it. They need to be pacified and kept calm.
Yes, that is correct.
Why? Are they a problem?
With the machine here, they are not invading other places.
Ah,
They are
okay.
not. They are not. With this machine, they are content to assist. And if the machine were to fall, or if the stones were to fall, then they might reconnect with those that are in the far east and bring ruin to the Shadowed Sea.
So they have a lot of energy and they need to be worn out.
If that is how you took what I just said, then yes.
Right. Okay. What if we gave them a great work, and that would take like 100 years, but the machine told them to do it, and so did the talking head, and then like maybe we'll build a giant pyramid.
That might work.
Okay. So we'll tell them that the machine is going to crank out large 40-ton stone blocks. And then they're going to move it to the most inaccessible part of the island, uphill, both ways.
With no feet.
Yeah. And they're going to build the biggest pyramid of all time, and it has to touch the sun. And we'll take the stones, and they'll be so tired from doing this, they won't be able to invade anything else. And you guys could take the pyramid and make it like a center of worship. And like you could create a whole thing like a Mecca and a Hajj, and they could have to come here. And
then later a tourist attraction.
It'd be a real boon for you. A lot of money in tourism dollars.
She's like, you speak of these strange things and I do not know. She goes, but if we gave them a mighty work, then they might buy into that.
Yeah.
And not contact the great sore in the east.
That's your problem right there. So we'll take the stones, and then you'll have the machine, and they'll spend the next 100 years building a giant pyramid.
We can even promise to return them. Like as soon as they build that pyramid to the sun, we'll be back with the stones. They'll be back in place. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I'll be dead of liver disease by then.
It's okay. Crowley's like, it's okay. I'll reanimate you. It'll be fine.
Yeah. But I think rather than them just sitting around being a problem for anybody who shows up, because there's still a problem. Imagine, you get some real cardio out there with the stones, and you're working the whip, and you get a good whip hand going, and you keep them on kind of a starvation diet, and they'll get frail, and eventually they'll all die off.
She says, you might get through with this.
Yes. Let us propose it to the old one, or the big one, or the,
She says,
the red one.
The red one.
She says, if he presents himself, I will be your voice for him.
Okay. How do we get that going? I roll up my sleeves, and then I take a big extra drink of the Slurpee.
She says, I am not. He comes and goes on his own will. I can't just find him.
Okay, but he's around here-ish.
If you take the stones, he will show.
Okay. Go for Richardson. Take the stones.
Oh, great. The one that can't run.
I shall scoop the balls into my sack.
And just tell him it's okay. The champion said it was okay, everybody.
As you're doing that, one of the red-robed warriors comes up and puts his hand across to try and stop you to do it.
Don't touch
Guess we
my
know
balls.
who's dying today.
You don't want to touch my balls.
The man looks at you and says, you don't take this.
I was told to take it.
He says, "No, you must not take."
Too bad. So sad. I'm taking them.
He puts his hands up and backs up, and like backs all the way to a corner.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell the girl, we better go help Richardson take the stone so we can meet your boss. Don't worry, I'm a
I'm
pro.
getting my spirit gun out.
And remember, I've got those dice.
So Richardson, you've put the first stone in. Indiana Jones that stuff right into your backpack. He's like, "What do you think you're doing?" You're like, "Dude, just
No.
Right?" So he backs up all the way to the far wall with his hands up. You get hit. It feels like somebody hit you with a baseball bat, and it cracks your back plate. You take 13 points.
Whoa!
And it blows you into the pedestal. And after the hit comes, then you hear after the fact, you hear like a zzz, almost like a gunshot.
Ow. As I'm gasping for breath with my last bit of life. That's because I have a whopping 1 hit point.
How come we were talking smack with so few hit points? We talk smack
That
at
is
full hit
his
points.
favorite place to be, at either 1 or 0 hit points.
Yeah, at 13 hit points, you get real supplemental. You get bargaining. You get nice. At 5 points, you get downright nice.
And I will try to use the pedestal to stand up and get what's left of my bearings.
Down there's like the hall that becomes broken and kind of leads into this big open expansive area. You see more of those red robed soldiers running down towards you, and they're carrying what looks like old school M4s.
That's cheating. I will get on the radio back to the group and be like, they might not want us really to take these balls, but I have them.
What do you guys do?
We will arrive at the balls chamber.
All right, so you guys are kind of like above them in a separate part, but you can see, because the whole castle is just shattered, you can see into that part where he is, and there's a huge blood spray across the dais where he just took those balls, and you can see 6 men in red robes with M4s. One guy has what looks like a 249, and they're running down the gantry down toward that area where he is.
Ooh, these are pros. I turned to her. Is this like the Praetorian Guard, or is this him? She's
like, that would be my boss.
Which one?
He is the one with the one that it's the weapon that roars long.
Ah, okay, yes, the saw. Okay, cool. Can you introduce us now?
If they have those, they're not interested in talking.
Okay. Well, where are the lizard men?
They're kind of like watching all this, like trying to figure out what's going on, and they're looking for something. It looks like they're like peeking around corners. So you bring the head out.
Yeah, and the head's talking to me.
And what do you tell them?
Your king says, "Slay the red."
The reanimated leg of their king takes charge, takes point. So it charges into battle, leading them.
Did you say we're on an elevated position, Walt?
Yes.
So I'm gonna find some
cover and set up my spear gun and try to get a beat on the guy with the saw.
Okay. You
I'll
notice
track
as
on.
they're running down, they start fanning out, becoming a wedge, and then seeking cover. And now we go back into initiative. I got a 12.
Shot roll.
I got 12. So
Yeah, I got 12 too.
All right, go ahead and somebody roll again. I'm going to stick with 12.
I got an 11.
All right.
Okay, that's our roll.
All right. So the guy with the saw, he holds up his hand and then pushes it down into the water. The water springs up around you, Richardson, forming almost like a curtain. It shoots straight up like biblical Old Testament style, and then wraps around you so that you'd have to try and either run, sprint, jump through it in order to get off of where you are. What do you guys do?
I yell, I don't believe in magic. And then I command my reanimated leg to attack the guy with the saw.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to take him a minute to get there.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
take a
but
shot on the guy with my spear gun.
All right, so J-Mac is going and telling the leg to sick him.
Yeah.
Bren?
And because I don't believe in magic, the water's not going to hurt anyone. That's how it
I'm
works.
gonna rip one loose.
All right, you're
It's-
launching a spear.
Yep.
It's not time for gas.
All right, who are you aiming at? You got
The
5
guy
guys
with the
with
saw.
rifles. Okay.
The saw. Cut the head off. Roll for it.
Yep.
Ooh, so that's going to be well over 20. I got an 18 unadjusted, and I have +5 to hit, even with the difficulty. With my arm.
Go ahead. Damage.
Let's see. I think it was, what was that? A 1d8 or is that 2?
1d8.
Yeah. As he looks for a d8. Ooh, 6.
So you're at that elevated position. You
Mhm.
launch the spear, and surprisingly, it makes it all the way across to where he is, striking him in the chest. It looks like it breaks through most of the leather armor and skewers him, kind of like lower down on the lung. He breaks off the bolt and continues to work at whatever he's working from behind his cover. That goes to Chaos Actual.
I guess I got to go to the dice again. It's 2 in 1 game.
Oh, you're going to use those again?
Yeah, let's go with a D6.
I'll just even though you haven't tried it before, you know that you can't use the same 2 dice in the same go.
Let's go with D6 and D8.
D6 and D8. Go for it.
Hey, I've got dice. D6 is a 6. And what is the D8? Where is the D8? Where's the D8? Where's the D8? Where's the damn D8? D4. Why is my D8 missing? Oh, there it is.
Corpse dice from those dudes.
Nice. From awesomedice.com.
4.
But I'm sorry, what was the 6?
6 and a 4.
6 and a 4.
And the cracked chicken comes forth.
All right, so you roll the dice. They roll across, and then they start shaking. They slam together, and as they start rolling apart, a small tear in the stone forms, and a like foul-smelling, noxious cloud of black flies springs up until it becomes almost like a tidal wave of like airborne pestilence. It cascades down into the space veers away from the giant water spout that is kind of encasing Richardson and starts messing with the men that are down there, including much of the lizard men who your liaison starts telling you they think that they're being punished for not helping you fast enough.
Which is true. Work harder.
Work harder, minions.
So a bunch of the riflemen look like they're being harassed, stung. They're like snot rocketing their faces so that they can pull insects out of their face. It looks very, very nasty.
My work is done here.
Richardson.
All right, first question. Is my watery prison going all the way up to said ceiling above me? Or is it only going up just, twice my height?
About 25 feet.
All right. I would like to use my Fang Shield.
Oh, dear.
Oh, shit. I need to roll 20 next.
So you use the Fang Shield, and which one are you using?
The Wyvern.
All right, so he pulls out this thing from his pack, puts the shield on, and ducks his head down to the level of the shield. His face and body elongates until he becomes basically a dragon without the front legs. And you decide to fly out?
Yes, and I'm going to fly out and towards the Saw guy if possible.
Yep.
And if I can get in range with him, I would like to try to sting him.
Using the tail stinger? Go for it.
Yes.
So as you guys are watching this and he transforms into this beast, your liaison tells you that all of the lizard people are basically, what'd you get? A 20?
Yeah.
All of the lizard people saw him turn into this great serpentine beast and are now calling out as though you guys are their gods. So you come in, you slash at him with the tail. Let's see, damage on that. I think it's 1d6. So many books, so little time. You did hit him. Wyvern.
It's as good as a run.
What's that?
Yeah, so I rolled a 6, and with the poison, it's save or die.
Yep.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
A little bit. So what do you call it? You come out over the huge water spout, wings there's this huge buffet sound as the wings catch air, and then you descend on him. You slap him as he was breaking off the bolt that Bren shot at him. Looks like he was gonna level the what do you call it, the saw, and he sees you at the last second and rears back to try and protect his face. You sting him under the arm, and he he tumbles off of the platform that he's on, the kind of the raised walkway, and splashes into the water below. That's one of the riflemen wasn't caught in Nick's pestilence storm. He fires an M320 at you guys. So back up toward the balcony. I need saving throws from everybody.
Whew.
Am I caught in that as well?
No, because you're airborne.
Yeah, I made it by 1, which is going to still.
Do we want under or over?
It's a saving throw. You want over.
I'll be using Ted Lehman's dice pad today.
Nice. I think it should also be noted that you probably didn't see it when you held up the dice pad, but the word Ranger was catching your 3D background.
Yeah, that's badass.
That's cool.
We can make this show
That's cool.
Hey, just a bit outside.
Uh-oh. Brandon,
I
did you
rolled
make
a
it?
16.
Yeah,
made it.
I did.
All right. Let's see.
I'm probably still gonna die.
Ooh. So damage on these grenades is 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just rolled 3 ones.
You roll damage like I do.
Well,
Uh,
I have 7 hit points left, so I was probably like, even if I save, I'm probably screwed.
so if you didn't save, you take 3. If you saved, you take 1.
Oh, thank the dice.
So you guys were mostly
God.
behind cover when that grenade went off, and I mean it basically turns the area into a shrapnel storm. But
I got a
you
pimple in
guys
my
were mostly covered. That brings us back around. So J-Mac.
Hmm.
I don't know what I can do. How far away are these guys?
They're a good 50, 60 feet.
And they all have guns.
Yes.
So
And a
charging
grenade
them is
launcher.
probably not a great idea.
Only one of them seems to be actively engaging you. The other ones are screaming horrifically, trying to peel flies out of their mouths, eyes, and nose.
Listen,
Okay, can I
most
run?
of the Medal of Honor citations use the word charging.
Oh,
Also, most of those awards are posthumous. Just
well, taking the captain's advice.
Oh, She-Brat, you are my favorite.
yeah.
Ranger's gonna Ranger. Tannerism. Yeah, buddy. Go for it.
So I draw back the scythe and I run at the guy who's looking at me.
Okay.
And I whack him.
All right. It's gonna be a long run. So you're gonna be at -2 when you get there.
Okay, I got a 16.
You did manage to hit him. 1d6.
He says a 1d6 plus 3, right?
Plus 3, yep.
Okay, so 7.
All right, so he's like, he pops that grenade off, and he's like, he pops the side chamber for the 320, reaches back, goes to get the grenade and put it in, and right as he's closing the breach, he sees you coming up with this giant farming scythe. You go to swing it, and basically like cut him in half at the waist.
Yeah, except the distance is so long that I'm just yelling, ah! And about halfway through, I take a breath. And then I start again, ah! And then I yell at them again. And then I start.
Good job, Crowley! Get that son of a...
So, what do you call it? You stop after you cut him basically in half. You stop short because there is still this massive. It looks like a tornado of flies that is just assaulting the rest of the force.
Oh wait, did I cut him in half?
Mostly. So from upper rib to upper hip. The only thing kind of
can I reanimate half a body?
You give it a shot.
I'll do that. I'll do that next turn.
You call him bipod.
Yeah, it's like a walker, like a AT-AT.
Bren.
Oh my Lord. What can I see from my vantage point? Do I have a clear bead on anybody?
You got the guy that just took a scythe to the body. He's got 4 pals that look like they're going to try and clear the flies this round.
Yeah.
But
then I guess I'm going to try to reload and take another shot.
Go for it.
Let's see here. It's 18.
Give me damage.
I think I gotta keep these things out. Oh.
1d8.
Ooh, 8.
So you cut. Crowley comes in, cuts this guy down. The guy's caught in a fly tornado. They look like they're basically gonna slither into the water to get away. One guy, as he's like sliding down the rock, looking all like special forces, catches the bolt, the spear in the neck, and then goes from sliding to tumbling as he splashes into the water below. Chaos
Aim
actual.
high, Air Force.
Let's see. I was momentarily working on my Archon, which I effectively destabilized the enemy with an indirect magical attack. I bravely led from the balustrade and directed fire. What else could I do to make this push it up to a silver star? Like, what do we need to do here? I guess pull my wild shovel spear, holding the head, and run into battle at the nearest rifleman.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's a long run, so you're going to be.
I was screaming,
-2.
"I am the Lizard King."
Now, here's the question: is the head screaming it as you're screaming it?
Yes. The head is screaming, "Come on, baby, take a moonlight drive. Gonna drown tonight."
So you're singing different songs.
Yeah.
You guys got to work on that.
Like you do.
You got to get harmonizing.
Yeah.
Maybe you could sing "Break On Through" while I scream, "I'm the Lizard King."
Oh, that would be awesome.
I will send you guys later the link to one of the most awesomest mixed songs I've ever seen.
Very cool.
Just like unbelievable. But anyway, give me an attack roll at -2.
17 is the roll.
Night, you hit. Give me some damage.
And the damage on that sword is two.
Body
is 2d8.
wrecker.
What is the damage on that?
3d6.
3d6. Not to be confused with the legendary Galaxy's Edge bot 1d20. 4, 2. I always wondered if anybody caught that.
Absolutely.
8 damage total.
So this guy, you see the first guy get tumbled as he takes a spear to the throat. This guy like jumps across the rocks and looks like he's going to dive toward the water as well to escape the flies. He brings up his rifle just in time to see you running in at him with this sword basically across your shoulders. You holding Jim Henson's head out in front of you. You both screaming different songs. His eyes go wide underneath his turban as you swing this thing, ripping the rifle in half, embedding both halves of the rifle into him as the rest of the sword cuts him through. And only the barest bit of tailbone keeps him together as he splashes into the water.
With total disregard for his own life, he advanced into the face of the enemy and led a charge. There we go. We got the 3.
Richardson.
The silver star.
You're above in Wyvern form.
I will try to make a snack out of the nearest enemy creature with my bite attack.
Go for it.
19, 25. I think I hit.
Lord. Yep. Give me some damage.
That is a scary and intimidating 5.
So he racks. He looks like he's trying to clear a jam, and the what do you call it? He holds out his rifle as you like go to clamp down on him, and it acts like a bit and bridle inside of a horse's mouth. You kind of like serrate your teeth back and forth until the parts of the rifle start cracking. And as he goes to jump away, the rifle finally gives way to your bite. You break through that and then bite through his arm, his upper arm and neck, savaging him and tossing him into the water.
Tasty.
The flies dissipate, and the water that was holding you prisoner at first tumbles back into the pit from where it came. The lizard, the what do you call it? The lizard people that are all around the outside of the enclosure that you guys are in are all on their knees and all bowing and genuflecting towards you. The basic translation that the severed head takes up in time with them, JMac can understand because of its undeath, and they're basically chanting over and over again, "All hail the White Lizard Kings. What do you
And
guys
break
do?
I'm
Let's
running
collect,
down to join them.
let's collect the stones and go make some victory slurpees.
Oh yeah, I still got my stones in the sack.
It never gets old.
I'll turn to the girl and just say, "Okay, where's your red one now?" Oh, he's over there. He was cut in half.
The Lizard King's leg is still kicking him while he's down.
We got a guy that can do something about that if you want. We can bring the red one.
She says, unfortunately, with his death, someone will take his place,
Yes.
and they will most likely come for you.
Yes, but you're mine now.
I'm. Excuse me.
You're my slave now.
I.
This was war, and you're the prize, and you go with us now. It's the way it is, baby. I didn't write the rules. That's just them's the rules. Spoils and slaves.
I did not. Was not aware that Rangers took slaves.
I just saying anything to get close to you. I thought you might want to hang out because this is going to look real bad on you.
And
Says, okay.
and Wyvern, I'm gonna try to say we're Air Force, not Rangers, but it's in Wyvern, so they probably can't understand it.
But say it real arrogantly, like it's better.
We're not Rangers. We're Air Force. Aim high.
I'm just going to say to her, I'm going to say like, no, I'm just joking. No slaves. I'm totally against slavery, unless that's your thing. But obviously, I've liked our interaction the entire time. Besides the obvious chemistry you have for me, but you shot straight the whole time, and that's the kind of people I like. I don't think this is going to go well for you around here. So, do you want to come with us? You can stay, and clean this up. But we're taking the stones. I'm going to teach the lizard people how to make Slurpees, and then they're going to build a giant temple called Rock Powers for the next 100 years.
It's gonna be called Rock Tower.
Yeah, it's going to be called Rock Powers Tower. Don't worry, it'll take them like 100. They'll never get it built.
The Tower of Power.
Yeah. It'll be the final homage to my mother was always right. I never finish anything. It'll be a giant.
Oh my God. She says, I don't, and if somebody had told me that today would end in the events of today,
yeah,
I never would have believed it.
Yeah, well, that guy put on his shoes this morning thinking he was going to take them off. Now look, he's dead.
She says,
Totally
I will suffer consequences for this.
Yeah, but with us, you can be whoever you want to be, and we have a lot of fun, and we'll take you back to our fortress, and there's really some nice opportunities there.
We can pay you and give you super whiskey.
Yeah,
she
You're
says
an equal opportunity employer.
She takes down the mask that she's wearing, and then she removes the headpiece. She's not human.
Okay.
I
try not to look the look of disappointment across my face.
If you were to take the hottest supermodel you've ever seen,
okay,
multiply it by 4 and add elvish ears.
Wow,
that's what's standing in front of you.
Captain Powers, likey.
She says they will most likely come back to kill me.
Yes. So, well, don't worry. You're safe with us now.
Okay. Am I still free to practice my religion then?
Oh yeah, totally. We're down with that. Yeah.
We'll build you a shrine.
We just prefer that you would expend religion bullets on our behalf.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I can do what I can as long as you agree to keep me safe.
We do, and I think that you will find some nice opportunities where we live, and we will keep you safe. Believe me, I'm going to keep a real close eye on you. Here's me. Here's you. Here's me. Here's you. Here's me. Here's you. Well, no.
And Brent slurping, has a Slurpee. He's drinking. And we'll train you in all kinds of great new skills for your great new opportunities.
Yeah.
We are going to take good care of you.
We will get you your own desert eagle.
I have bad luck
Trust
with birds.
us. You'll love it.
So she walks over and she says, I might as well make myself useful. And she grabs Villanueva by the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a sensation of warmth, and your wounds start closing.
Finally, we have a cleric.
What do you call it? There's a loud snapping sound, and you fight the urge to throw up as your shoulder reassembles.
Awesome.
And
Look,
now I need
the dog is reenacting it.
Yeah. Now I need a saving throw.
The dog is all, I will play the part of the priestess.
I failed my saving throw.
As your eyes start turning yellow and you start start growing talons and stuff like that, she whispers a word and then it stops.
Nice.
Jeez, I'm never gonna die.
Which makes the events from outside make a little more sense. And then she walks over to Richardson and does the same thing, not the werewolf thing, but commits to healing so that he starts recovering.
Now,
what about me? What about me? No.
What can you do about Crowley's aspiism? Can you fix that?
No. I took 1 point of damage.
Real Asperger's, because I'd love that.
No. I took 1 point of damage. I want some healing.
Heal his Asperger's.
Thank you.
She says, I'm healing a rectal burger.
Emotionally,
yes. You heard what I heard.
And that's where we'll cut it for this week for Sci-Fi Writers playing old school D&D. We want to thank everybody who came out and spent some time with us this week. We want to thank everybody for their very generous subscriptions. Leo Vicarius dropped 10 subs tonight. Captain Kilgosha resubscribed. Shebrat subscribed. Really appreciate everybody coming out. And we'll catch you next time when Sci-Fi Writers are playing old school D&D.
D&D.